Hey, welcome back everybody to the stream. Continuing along on our NL50 100K bankroll challenge, shooting for 70,000 hands this month, sitting at around 47K. We're going to continue value betting here on the jack. He has tons of 10x and queen jack and king jack type hands in his range. The ace queen, I think we missed a c bet there. Here we get cold called and squeeze, and maybe just let this go. Ace jack, raise it up. So we're going to try to get another table going here, which should be no issue. Just getting some stream stuff set up. So we might miss a few spots as we go along, but try to keep it pretty good. The jack of three we just fold. Let's just see here. We're gonna have a table opening up probably pretty soon. We'll just get it open for ourselves. King eight definitely could be opened. So our stream got cut short earlier today. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to get a pretty decent one in or not. As it turns out, we were not able to. It's only like a 30-40 minute stream or so. But again, we're just trying to stream as much as we can for this challenge and just kind of keep rolling that way. Queen four, obviously, we're just getting out of the way. So this week, just pull over our chart here for NL50, played 12,670 hands so far. And running a little hot, but that's just kind of catching us up on the month. But yeah, we had a bit of a downswing over the last few hands. Was that two buy-ins or whatever, give or take. So playing just under 20 bigs per 100, so not too bad. Okay, fold the 5-3. I'm just gonna get rid of that. So not the best position at the table. We have the loose, fishy whales on our left and all the nitty rags on our right. So makes it a little bit harder, but we can still play a lot of hands with them from the button. So we're going to focus mostly on that for this table. Try not to worry about too much else. Okay, you're going to fold 10 deuce. Okay, king three suited, we raise. 7 deuce, we're just going to let that go. Okay, jack eight offsuit, we fold. Okay, pocket tens are going to be squeezing there. So he's checked to us twice now. I think we can probably just go bet. Squeeze the tens. Not quite a three bet with queen seven. So he does tank call. I think we're just going to try to win this pot here. If he calls again, it's fine. I think he does fold enough of the time. I think he's going to have a lot of just like a 10x or a 6x or like a heart draw that's going to call. So a bit stationary with the AC, maybe. Fair to say. Got to call some portion of the time, I think, there. With our gut shot here, we are going to bet. We don't bet this board very often, so when we do, we're going to go bigger. 9-8 suited, we're going to ISO the two limps. So he does call. King is great for us, so we are going to barrel that again. He didn't three bet pre-flop, so like he doesn't have pocket nines, kings, queens very often. Sometimes nines, I guess, considering positions, but we're only five-handed. So he doesn't have, you know what I mean? He could have sevens and nines, does check raise. So honestly, given how nitty most of the players are, he probably just has 10 jack like 100% of the time. Maybe like nines or something, but in all reality, it's like nuts or nothing a lot of the time with these guys. The 10-8, I think it's fine to come along when there's, more than one player in a min-raise pot, like your call range out of the big blind goes way down. Okay, jack nine suited, we just fold. We'll just keep six tables. Ace, deuce, small blind into big blind, just a raise. Sixes, we can just set mine basically out of the big blind. Fine. Board favors his raise range quite a bit more than ours. He does check back though. But once the king falls, I don't really think he folds a 10 like often enough for us to um, be able to profitably like bet there, kind of as a bluff or a semi bluff. You could argue maybe betting river to get calls from like 4-5, 5-6, but we block 5-6 pretty heavily. So I think just checking down, trying to go showdown at a position's fine there. 60 suited. I don't see any reason to not just open everything suited. Um, we'll tighten up when we have a reason to, I think. I think they're never going to fold a king. They're never going to fold flush draws. So you could argue go for like a check raise on the turn, but again, people aren't bluffing enough. So I think there's a lot less value going for check raises. And oh, I meant to three bet that. Not sure what happened there. So pocket eights, three bet that, obviously, like every time. Okay, 8-5 will open. Of course, we're going to call this with the pocket eights. Okay, it's a good turn card for us. At minimum, we now have 10 outs if he just happens to be ahead with something. He does barrel into us. I'm not really sure what he barrels here for half pot. I think no matter what he does, like I think if he checks to us, we'll check back on the river. But I think um, if he leads into us on the river, we'll probably just jam unless it was like full pot or something. We'll just showdown now. Pocket eights. That's fine. But again, like that should just be a three bet pre-flop, and then when he four bets the queens, you just have an easy fold. Ace king raise. We don't really have a lot of um, aces like in our range here. We do have a lot of nines. Like once he checks that river, it could actually just be a pure bluff, especially when we block 8-9 so heavily. Even the turn, like his bet sizing is so weak that I think actually we should probably just raise, like re-raise his turn bet, and then we can just like have such a hugely profitable shove on pretty much every river. We can be pretty confident he doesn't have a nine with that bet sizing. So I think that was a mistake, just calling turn there, in my opinion. I wouldn't say, well, maybe not a mistake, but I guess like it's definitely not a mistake to just call there. necessarily, but I think there's a better way to play that hand where we can win, like against tens and jacks and queens and kings a lot. Um, and we just fold these king, and there's not really a lot for us to fear with him because once we raise that turn, he never has like ace king or something. Pocket aces would be the only thing we'd be worried about at that point on the river. So we get led into here. We're never folding. I don't really see any value in raising though. Uh, they're just gonna have a lot of draws in these spots, I find. So, um, I think I'd rather take the aggressive line. Get check raised, our hands like we don't have tons of equity, so it's like not horrendous if we just like fold first check raise. Okay, we're just gonna squeeze the ace jack suited. Okay, take that down. Could have just had like a let it with a four. For some reason, I've been seeing people do weird leads and stuff like that a lot of the time. Like good leads are like if the board if this was like 7, 8, 9 with like 8, 9 spades and like seven of hearts or whatever, seven of clubs. It's a really good lead because you can like go bet shove and it's just like fucking terrible spot to be in for me. We're just gonna check here on this board. We don't really fear a lot of turns other than a non-spade king, uh, and this kind of just gives him a chance to bet worse, worse flush draws, straight draws, worse jacks, that kind of thing. And we just call if he shows turn. We lose sometimes to like a queen or top fours. We do lose to 9, 10 now too, but with flush draws out there, I think we have to decide between shoving here and just calling. Probably just call, right? If we ship and he calls, we don't really like need anything. And again, like the really the only bad card come off would have been like 9, 10 or something. Right? And this way we just let him keep bluffing kind of when we check to him. Okay, and we're gonna squeeze the kings. King Jack hand, I think we misplayed. Pretty sure we checked back that turn, didn't we? We raised pre-flop, flop, we bet. Yeah, that turn, like this turn's 100% double barrel. That's a horrid mistake there, but we were paying too much attention down to table four here. Sorry, that chip clicking's probably driving everybody nuts. 10 deuce suited, we fold. 3-10, we fold. Okay, pick up aces and raise. That's an unfortunate flop for kings. I think we're just gonna do like a 10% bet. You could argue checking here too, but I don't know. The issue with like if we get check raised, I don't know how often. Like this guy's really not gonna do it. So I kind of like that play. I actually like going like 5%. Maybe I can just check now. Keep a 10 in, and then we can just like decide river. Um, Probably not much value in betting. Thing is, he's never check shoving. We're just gonna block bet here with the aces. There's not much else to do. Like if he raises, we don't really beat a whole lot anymore. Like, we beat pocket kings that didn't four bet. That's it. Yeah, it just has too many random ace nine. Like this is a terrible hand, I think, versus like this bet and the call. Like he just dominated so drastically. But that's fine. We're just gonna fold jacks and suited. The aces here. Um, Again, we don't beat anything, especially when he's going that big. Um, like we beat lose tens, lose to jacks, lose to queens. lose to ace king. Like all those hands do like 4 bet a ton, but we also lose to like 8, 9 suited, pocket fives, pocket sevens. Uh, all right, we're gonna block bet the jack. I think we just lose here to a 10 a lot. We win with jack 10. Perfect. I don't know. Stack sizes get awkward here. Like villain only has 20 bigs, so if we like raise any shots, like it's just such an awkward spot for us. Okay, we'll just see bet here as a standard. Can check sometimes. Okay, he calls. Um, I think there's just too many draws out there to not bet. People do make a mistake though of over like if we check like people he's got 9-10. That would suck. People make the mistake. Yeah, he's got 9-10. So annoying. Oh, three is nice. I'm so sad. So like everybody's just so nitty at this pool and this stake that you basically just assume it's like going in with the nuts only. Um, I could check raise here on the turn probably. I'd fold the eight deuce. Goes bigger. Check this out here. Raise. Call. Check. That's one call. Let's check this. I'm just gonna stab at it here. Its bet sizing did increase, which sometimes can uh, be a bit of a tell that their hand has improved or that they're more confident in their hand, but it was still such a small sizing. But I think the check raise there is fine. It doesn't have to be big either. It's just gonna fold a lot. Okay, 18 calls, getting flop top pair. Yeah, we bet. Yeah, and he raises flop with the third player in the hand. Okay, well, that could be a massive draw. Could also be fours or sevens. It's never going to be like ace queen, in my opinion. But it could be like 5, 6 of clubs. It could be like ace five or ace six of clubs, pocket fours, pocket sevens. Either way, we don't really beat much here. So, um, and even with 18, when he raised us, like I think we're folding this flop so often. He can't fold. I mean, if he does, it's horrendous. But ace jack suited, yeah, it makes sense. King 10, wow, we have the best hand. That's fucking nuts. Not anymore. But that's a bonkers play. I guess I stacked him over here, right? And then I like won a big hand against him down here. Oh, re big. Well, we just knew we were gonna lose, so that's why we folded. But I think that that's a fine fold. Like, despite the fact that his raise does seem pretty tilty, uh, after winning the big hand and then I think stacking him up here or something like that, that's fine. But yeah, I'm not so sure about his reshove there. I guess it's fine. I folded, whatever, right? Yeah, so flop checks around. We're just going to go for the check raise here with a gut shot. Yeah, just going to fold too often. It's just a stab too often. That's the thing, right? When they check back flop, check again, two of them, they are just stabbing too often, I think. A bit of a loose defend with the ace nine, but that's fine. So here's to my point, like this 7, 7, 8, this isn't a bad spot to like donk out and then like triple barrel, basically. Um, just is not going to beat much. Even if he has like sometimes, like I mean, sometimes they'll just call down pocket tens or something like that. But we block 9, 10. And he opened under the gun. It's just gonna have a lot of draws and stuff. So I just don't mind the triple barrel here at all. As long as he doesn't get sticky with an ace, and if he does, we're chopping anyways. Yeah, so we're chopping anyways. But for him to like call with like ace high there is a bit bonkers. And I think the real reality is if that was anything but an ace, a queen, or a six, or maybe an 8 on the river, like we're just going to win by triple barreling on those boards. Although a lot of people like the triple barrel maybe is a bit more questionable because you have to think in order to triple barrel, you have to assume that they're going to fold like 10s, jacks, queens, kings, or something like that, uh, which might be a bit bonkers. But like I don't know, depending on the river, right? Like if you go bet on 6, 7, 8, and the river's like a 9 or a 10 or a 5 or a 4 or something, and you just bomb it, like they probably are going to fold those a lot of the time. So this guy squeezes and he goes small, so we are gonna call. It's a good four bet spot if this guy was like deeper, but I don't really want to four bet call it off for 50 bigs either. So I don't mind calling. Um, and then we can kind of full pot on the king queen seven seems sort of nuts. But why would you ever do that with eight king? You know, part of me wants to call there. Maybe that's too nitty to fold. I don't know. Like the guy has three bets and then goes full pot, like whatever. It is what it is. I think it's fine to fold there. The amount of times like you hear a call and you're right, you're not going to make up for all the times uh, that the nitty will just folds their hand there, kind of thing. Okay, fold the jack three, fold the 7, 4. Okay, 5, 3 suited. We're just going to fold that as well. Okay, 10, 6 suited. Five handed with a bunch of fish. Like I really don't mind just like mid opening a ton. Okay, it's a pretty good board for us. It's a board that when we do bet, we're going big because again, um, it's a pretty wet connected board. We do not bet it all that often. When we do, we basically want to represent having a king. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to go bet. And we're going to bet, uh, and then I think I'm just going to rip it in here. He does call twice. There's going to be a bunch of 8, 9, 6, 7, like 5, 7 in his range. Uh, doesn't have like ace king and stuff. And if he does call down with like king queen or something, that's fine. I think the shove's fine. It's not the best because we have the heart blockers, obviously, which makes like shoving a little bit worse. Um, but again, like I think his strong hands, given his stack size, are just gonna like check get it in on the flop or turn. And what happens here? Do we actually call in the small blind? No, we raised, he called. Okay, that's fine. Um, I think we give him a chance to bluff here, and then we'll bet river. He does not take it. Give him a chance to make a hero call with the king. Thing is, when you go like check check over bet, it just looks bluffy. So I've been finding that people have been kind of calling it pretty late. If you guys are watching the stream, make sure to leave a like. Feel free to send a message, ask questions. The more activity and interaction we get on the video, the more views we get. So it's always a good thing. We are trying to get monetized this year. I've been saying that for a little while, but going to try to commit to the streams quite a bit more this year and really try to get to that 1,000 subscribers, uh, get those watch hours, and kind of go from there. So far this month, we've played just under 50,000 hands. All in all, going pretty well. Jack deuce we fold, raise the eights. Okay, it's a good flop for us. We will bet it. Look at this guy winning here. Okay, that's not necessarily the best card for us. Um, I think if we check here, he just like bets and bets into us. I think unfortunately we're just losing a lot here on that card. It's like probably the worst card that could have came in the entire deck. His hand's like 5-6 to call. They're 4-5. We already were losing two, but like ace-5, probably three bets, but not always. I think we have to call one. Um, I will just let the nine go up here. I think we have to call one. I think there's going to be enough like bear ace of hearts, bear king of hearts, bear queen of hearts that might like stab at this when we check to him. Pre-flop we raised, like he just called, we bet he called. But he has like king 5-5-6, ace fine checks. It might be good. Oh, that's disgusting. But that's fine. Not it's been annoying on the river, but that's fine. All the right decisions were made, so we're not going to dwell on the annoying stuff. Fold 10-4. Jack 7 suited here, we just let go. King 9, this board, we're just done with the hand. Okay, now we're not done with the hand. He checks back, so Brett doesn't have a queen. Like this board, you're not going to be slow playing against me with like sixes, eights, 6-8, queen, like whatever. Um, and I think if he's going to try to bluff, a lot of the time he's just going to be betting that board. Here on the Jack King 7, we just make a standard C bet as the three better flop. Two face cards, usually just a smaller C bet. We just smash that board too much. So I think you go half pot sometimes, but generally it's just like 25, 35, or 33%, something like that. And we raise the 10-9 suited, of course. Fold the ace deuce, fold queen 4. Pocket tens. We raise those. Again, an ace king deuce. This is actually a board you're supposed to like overbet, I think, a lot of the time here. Just because it smashes your range so heavily, and like he doesn't have aces. He doesn't have aces. He doesn't have kings. He doesn't have ace king, right? Uh, so when he does call here, we can just kind of be done with the hand. Doesn't have aces, doesn't have kings, doesn't have ace king. The unfortunate fact is that we don't block hearts. And he called an overbet on the flop. So the odds of him not having at least an ace or like a flush draw on that flop's pretty thin, I would say. And here we'll just go half pot. Both checks to us. I don't know. Thing is here, he's just not folding an ace, right? We don't have hearts because we just bet the turn too often with hearts. It's call the overbet. I guess he has the king of hearts. That makes enough sense to call the overbet with. So we bet half pot on flop here. We get two callers. Turns a brick, but I think we just kind of check. We're just stuck in the middle here. So we can just check the side, what we want to do. Here, the ace falls, which is pretty standard spot. We're just going to call here. Quick five fold, 8-9 suited. Sky bet small. It's fine. We can just mine for a diamond or a jack for the straight call. No love on the river. I think folding the queens here is probably a little bit too nitty. I think he has an ace a lot, but I think uh, we're getting pretty decent odds given stack sizes to just call. Or he just turns the 6. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we just got to give him up here with the 8-9 suited. This has kind of been one of those last couple days. We've think we've been playing pretty well, making pretty good decisions, but we've been running into that a lot where we kind of make the right play, but then they just get like two or three at it, and you're kind of stuck having to call a lot of the time. Okay, five should be a three bet. I gotta get out of that calling um, on the button with stuff like that. Okay, okay, nice answer. Here we're just gonna go bet. I think. Okay, and we three bet. 10-5 deuce in position. We are gonna bet it. I think actually half pot might be the better bet sizing there. But I'm going to go small twice here for value. He has enough sevens, sixes in his range. He has enough like ace three, ace four suiteds in his range. He has enough like king queen, just like overcards in his range that are all going to call. Here, full pot, but we're still going to call one. 8, 9, 10, jack, king. We're just going to check. Do ram. Bets. We fold. This guy goes pretty big again. Again, just double barrels. We'll just let that go. All right, we got button calls. Big blind just calls. So, all right, turn the ace. It's great. We were gonna call the flop anyways if he shoved it. I think just too many flush draws out there given size. There's not much else to do. Okay, we'll defend the 8-4 suited. It's a little bit light, but again, kind of like a nitty player here and sort of a fishier player here. So I think it's fine. Exit here, 6-5 suited again. You could squeeze that. We'll three bet here for this time, and we will donk lead here with the 8-4 suited. Okay, pocket aces in the top right, 6-7 in the top left. Check that. Okay. We'll just go 11. We don't need to go so big with the aces always. Copyright goes a little small. We're gonna go check raise here. Get called here. I think we just raise, and you can either raise or call. I think both are probably fine. Okay, and we just go. I think suited we can go a bit bigger. Fold quick three, fold this, 6-7 suited. Interesting. I'm not really sure what to do here. Okay, now we're just going for it. 13 here. I think we can call here at the 6-7 suited. Okay, and now obviously the money's just going in down there. We're just going after like king queen here in the top left. Flush draws. 10 jack gets there. Yeah, I think. What do we need? A four gives us a straight. Hopefully nobody has flush cards. That'd be the worst. But four gives us a straight. Eight gives us a straight. And if they don't, they're not. That's what we didn't want to see was chasing hearts. It's so unfortunate, bro. Oh, and then we get a king on the river here. Oh, the tilt's coming hard. That's super unfortunate. Both spots here, just losing stacks everywhere, unfortunately. Fold the 8-3. Gosh, it's stuck on this table here. The ace queen suited. Just call floors, full jacks. Man, that's so unfortunate. I think this is just brutal. Just hold the aces, I guess. Okay. That is a bad run. Oh, okay, three bet the e7 suited. I guess that's kind of questionable, maybe, but I think there's like he could just have pocket aces, right? Easily. Like he'd have kings, he'd have aces. You know what I mean? That was the worst possible hand to see, of course. It was like ace jack of hearts or something like that. Uh, what's going on here? It's a little short stack, weird. I don't know. Short stacks are annoying. I'm just gonna stick it in. Uh, Let's just run it twice. All right, we're just gonna leave this table. It's kind of shitty. Bring this one up. And we're bricking so far. Fold to 10-3, fold to 9-8. So we're looking for a queen 10 running cards or a king or a jack. That's not looking promising. Stack sizes make things weird. Like, I don't even know. I guess I should maybe study some short stack play. Maybe just fold ace nine suited there. Like, I have no idea. You know? Yeah, we're just go half pot for this, and then we're just gonna fold if he rips it. I just don't have enough equity. Um, Back to this hand. I think it's just like there's not much to do there. I think the call pre-flop is okay. Maybe it's just a fold pre-flop, though, to be honest. We are gonna be like crushed a lot of the time. Like from, you know what I mean? Like Queen Jack hearts, King Jack hearts, King 10 hearts, like all these hands are gonna dominate us and we kind of fall into these types of spots a lot of the time. The fact that he didn't even like four bet is kind of crazy with me here because you're like inviting me to like suck out on you, basically. Um, so I'm not a big fan of the cold call by him. But I think on that board, like if we have, even if, like I think we have to get it in because we're a favorite if it's like aces and kings, right? We're a favorite, and even if not, we still have like six, six clean outs at what worst. So we still have like 20% equity most of the time, 24% equity. We're getting almost 4-1 anyway, so I think it's probably fine. Anyways, we open pre-flop, big blind calls. We get 9 by Jack Rainbow flop. With check raise, we just fold. Like, there's no value when everybody's in knit and calling. Like even GTO, I think folds a ton. Like if you were to node lock it, so that and like remove all the like trash, like the bottom pair trash and like gut shot trash that you're supposed to check raise. People don't check raise. Um, it's like bottom of range. I think Queen Nine suited is a fold. Queen 10 suited is a three bet. You're wrong. Oh man, I'm not sure if this is a nitty, too nitty of a fold or what. Oops, misclicked the 5-3. I'm gonna call here. I don't know. I'm gonna call. Yeah, just had it all the way. Okay, 6-4 suited fold. I don't know. Our hand's just kind of up there, right? In our range, so I think calling's fine. I don't know if he bets. If he bets any two pair there for value, it's fine. Obviously. Um, Fold here. He does range bet this, so I'm just gonna check raise. I like to check raise the range bets. I think people overfold to them. Yeah. Ace two suited, we raise. We get three bet. This is what his first hand at the table. Uh, so I think I'll just fold. It's kind of whatever. Queen 10 will raise. The ace 6 offsuit we can fold. This guy seems to be three betting more. Fold the king five. Can't raise the queens. Fold the 10-3. Okay, and half pot value bet. Calls. Okay, 9-10 improves. Jack 10 improves to a pair. They're going to call again. 6-7 improves to a straight. They probably raise. All right, we improve to a straight as well. So probably we want to target like 8-9, 9-10, Jack 10, right? So half pot's probably pretty fair. Nice. I wonder if he should. He definitely. Like, I don't know if he would. I don't think that's a good check raise that. Okay, 2.3 should be going 2.5. Just trying to. Okay, we're gonna check here and try to get this guy to bluff. Quads, eh? I guess we'll just bet at this point. I think when the ace comes off, if he has like a 6 or 7, he calls, right? At least a bet. Most likely he's just gonna give up though. It's hard to get paid with quads. Unless he wants to bluff. Not today, he says. I don't remember the last time I got aces in. Maybe I already did on this stream. You just forget about them, I guess. Fold the 10 deuce. Fold the 7 deuce. 5-4 is a fold. Queen 8 is not a 3-bet. King 10 off under the gun is a little bit loose, but like the blinds are really nitty, so I think it's fine. Jack 10's a raise. Small blind. He seems to be relatively aggressively 3-betting. He does it again here. I'm not going to defend this one, but I'm just going to check the king here. Fold 6-4. See what's going to do that here. It's less aggressive. Okay. Could be lots of queens out there. I think we just have to check again. Four-handed, like there's not going to be, you know, probably like I don't know. A lot of the value in this hand is going to be from somebody stabbing at us, and then us just kind of picking it off, right? So I think we just check and we hope somebody just kind of tries to take it with the ace of spades or something like that. We should win with the king here though. Yeah, no stabs. We might have got a call out of the fours or the ace high there if we bet river, so betting river could be best. The 9-5 suited, we do fold. Let's see if tables are up and running here. No weak table here. This table looks okay. I guess we have 6 decent tables going. I'll leave this table. Slip this one in. Fold the 10-3. 0.7. Okay. Okay. King Jack's just going to be a fold out of the small blind, facing obviously the 3x and the 3 bet. Queen 8 is folding as well. Folding the Queen 6. Could make a run at the leaderboard today, but we missed happy hour, so it's pretty difficult to chase that down. What place are we in right now? Sevens raising. Yeah, leaderboard's 34. Yeah. And we could probably make top 5 if we played a lot. Anyways, Queen 8. We're just going to fold that. 3-bet the queens. Um, and he banks it. What's your talking? We don't know much about you. It's too small though, obviously to fold, so we will call. King deuce 3. He should be c-betting this 100% of his entire range. So for half pot, that's fine. We have to call 1 here. He does continue to barrel. I would let the sevens go. Goes full pot. That is fine. I suspect he has a king. Worst. Okay, raise the ace 10 suited. 7-8 we fold. Okay, so Nitto Garrett here calls. It's not the greatest of boards for us, but I think people are over folding. We can just see bet spots where we normally, you know, wouldn't necessarily see bet. Um, and when he does call, I am just going to give up. People overfold to the small c bet, which makes the c bet alone profitable. So it's fine to just give up after that when they do call. 10 deuce suited, we are going to raise, and if we get 3 bet again, we're going to have to fire back, even with this shitty hand. He does call. Just going to go half pot. Snap balls. Just interesting. It's a good board for us. I generally assume like snap calls are not overly strong. Given how much equity we have here, we're just going to rip this in and try to get him to fold a 10 if he has one, or like pocket sevens or ace high or something. But again, I don't really like he might be like paying shoving here or something. But generally, yeah, exactly. You just had an 8. When people snap call, it's generally not a whole lot of strength. And I don't really think his snap call was a lot of strength on the flop. I think there's a good chance he had like 6-7 that he knew he was calling, or like pocket fours, or like an 8. But I don't think he had pocket fours because I think, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think you snap call that. So for anybody playing against me, if you're watching this, you could easily lure me in with some snap calls. Um, I'm not sure if this guy's stationy or what the scoop is, but it looks like he's prepping to leave. Just gonna mid bet C. Oh, I run good. Donk up here. Just again, there's a lot of spots where we're just gonna be over C betting small and stabbing at the fish. because they don't check raise. Like nobody check raise as a bluff, or at least it doesn't happen often enough. Um, Studying small blind into big blind too. I'm just gonna bet again. Two overcards, good for a range. We're just gonna bet. Queen Jack will fold. The Jack eight suited, we raise. Not a huge fan of double barreling out of position as much as in position, uh, because people do and will slow play. What happened here? Again, we're just up against like mini regs. So again, I just like oversee bet for sure. And here we're heads up. Not a big fan of that. Well, five tabling, especially. Okay, this is how we. Yeah, min clicks it. We're obviously not full into that heads up, but we're not like excited about it. Hold on. Well, okay, and we just threw bet the king jack suited and shove. This guy like shows up with fucking king four half the time, so I don't really care what happens. It's a good play one way or the other. We just rip it in. We are calling the ace five, and we're gonna get aggressive here. We block ace four. There's not much value in set money. I'm just gonna let the fives go. I'm either gonna like ship that. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm either gonna like ship that a lot of the time or just fold. We're not like looking to set mine and stack him like at a position pocket fives. Like I just fold the hand. Okay, we're just gonna try to uptick our three bets here a lot as well. So ace ten is fine, I think though. Ace jack for sure. Ace ten might be like fold. Uh, this board, just go half pot, and that's a lot of fucking shit to look at here. Jack ten fold. Raised here. I think we raised pre-flop here, right? Fold the 9-4. This board again, like we don't see bet it a lot. With this hand, we do. Um, he's never folding here. Like this is the thing. Like we have tons of equity, but he's never folding. So it's probably just best to check and try to hit, right? If we miss, we just like give up. Well, now I want to rip it. I don't think I can bring myself not to rip it. I don't think, yeah, he's just not folding. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't rip it there. How do you not rip that though? Okay, King 10 suited. I gotta get off this heads up table. It's gonna destroy everything here. Uh, interesting. 3x. Again, we are trying to be more aggressive with our three bets. So sometimes for me to do that, I have to overdo it. So we are going to three bet Jack nine suited here against the. I don't think that's overdoing it really, but okay, it's a good flop. I think we can check back there pretty comfortably. I would assume queens, kings, aces are going to um, 4-bet preflop. Although this guy did cold call kings before, but I think that's fine. And I think we call down. I mean, I think that's fine. I think he can really do anything else. I don't think shoving's any good there on the river because he's never going to call worse. Fold jack six. Theoretically, those are spots where he should be shutting down more when if he has ace four of spades, like a lot of the time. Mind you, I don't really have a flush draw, so like when I check back flop, I'm just I just don't have a flush draw. So I mean, him having the blockers to the flush draw probably doesn't matter that much when I pretty blatantly obviously don't have the flush draw. I just have like a weaker pair. It could be a questionable call even on the river there against him since we have seen him like flat queens and kings before. I think if you like 3-bet pot, you flop top pair, you check turn, like check flop. He's just bluffing too often to do anything but like call down. We'll raise the 10-4 suited. Jimmy Howlett with the donk. I don't think we can fold to that rando donk bet, but we are pinned in the middle. See, this is what gets awkward is when you're like pinned in the middle like this, right? Because now we're gonna be getting like fucking 5-1. Like if he doesn't have a 10. Thing is, if he has a 10, we're like dead. But if he has an 8, we're getting odds to call if he folds. He might like tank shove here. I just think you're in a shitty spot if you have jacks here. I'm not sure. I think you probably just call and then fold if I re-rip or something. I need off this heads up table. Okay. I can fold now. Once he calls, the pot odds don't mean shit. Fuck all. We're just not in. We just don't have the best hand. Yeah. Thank you. Maybe I should just quit this table. Fuck, I hate heads up. Okay, 10-4 fold. 10 deuce fold. The 9 deuce we also fold. We can bump the 7-3 suited here. Let's see if we get 3-bet again from this guy today. All right, we'll fold the 7-3 suited. My mouse is spazzed out here. I don't mind just calling sometimes against the short stacks. Maybe just 3-bet or fold, right? It's the best way to play, especially in the high rake environments. Because this is just like terrible. Like you call and then you're gonna have fucking 3 overcards every time. So if you see bets like at all, we just like folding. So it's probably pretty horrendous to be calling here. We're just getting blasted here. It's brutal. All right, get me off this table. See bet here with the ace of spades. We're gonna 3-bet here. I can't keep calling. It's driving me nuts. We will just fold the king jack off. Obviously, big blind versus under the gun 3-bet. All right, get me off of this heads up table. All right, we get clicked back on. Um, I think given stack sizes, I'm just gonna call, and if I flop a pair, I'll check call. If I flop a draw, I'll check shut, or I'll just like rip it a lot of the time here. All right, and we're just gonna rip it. It just gives us fold equity, right? Like if we check and he c bets, like he's calling. If he has like ace high, it sucks. But if we just rip it here, he could just fold like in pocket fives or like, you know, ace high or something like that. He just calls. That's expected, obviously. Like us ripping there is expected. I'm not a little surprised he didn't actually fold a lot of the time. All right, we're gonna hit a jack on the river now. Just another diamond. When you run that good, you run that good. Oh, fucking shove it there. Okay, what we got here? We got this guy calling. I'm gonna check raise the shit out of this. I don't think there's much else to do. I don't know why I even called in the first place. Just autopilot called these two suited in the small blind. Okay, pocket threes against the click it back. I just lose to most hands. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'll give it to you this time. I'll give you the min bet win. Pretty standard check raise there at the top right. Pretty terrible pre-flop, just like flat with the small blind. Queen three fold. 10-3. Low frequency three bet here at the 7-8 suited. And we get sideboard just cold calls. That's a little wild. Okay, so here's the play. Cyborg has tens or jacks like 95% of the time. Sometimes ace queen, sometimes ace king, but 95% of the time he has like tens or jacks. So this guy, this guy does a lot of stupid shit. I'm just gonna like go half stack here. And then when he calls, I'm just gonna call any flop if he rips it. He does check raise them, man. That sucks. So my plan here with Cyborg having tens and jacks was to like go small here because he's pinned in the middle, expecting him to just call. Because who cold calls tens and jacks and then check raises this board, right? Like you're obviously cold called them tens of jacks because you don't want me to have queens, kings, aces. But then you go check raise here, it doesn't make any sense. Fuck, should I just rip it in his face? 'Cause oh man. Oh, so much of me wants to just rip it in his face here. Just gonna rip it in his face. Just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Just fold, bro. It makes no sense, dude. For him to have tens and jacks and like call that pre-flop like that, and then my bad. Well, we were right. He had tens and jacks, but the whole line doesn't make any sense. Thank you. All right, we sucked it. That's oh fuck, that's hilarious. Oh, that's dirty. All right, I'm going to try to download this with. All right, we gotta upload this and ace 10 fold, bring this back over here, queen 7 fold, jack 9 off fold. Pile these tables. Okay, let's get this out of here. Fold to 5-3. If you're wondering what's happening here, I am saving that hand to review it. King Jack fold. Check the King Jack. That was pretty dirty. It's kind of hilarious. But we ran him like a book. But the point is, it was very strange behavior from him, was what I was getting at. To like be scared to three bet the jacks and then to check raise them and then call off a shove was like really awkward. Which is kind of what made me think maybe he had like ace queen or some shit like that. No. It just felt retarded. Like what he was doing felt stupid and it felt like he would fold. Um, and we do obviously like we're not doing this with any two cards. Like we have decent equity. We're just gonna hit two sixes, obviously. So that makes it a little bit better. Hmm. I'm gonna go seven here. I think Luxia might fold from like a really small three bet here sometimes. Because he might just be afraid that I'm going small, so that he calls, and then Jap obviously rips it, and then I rip over top. But he's just gonna do it for me. It was full. Maybe we'll fold the 7-4. Oh, I can't believe we sucked out so hard. It's so funny. We can bump 3-2 suited sometimes. Not this time, though. I'm just gonna fold that. That guy must be rage tilting. Three bet the eights. I going a little small here. I don't know. If it goes like that big, it's just like four bet. It's wild. There's like so many four bets. Oh, our eight right there. Window. Fold the ace three. Fold the king six. Guess we should jump in on this table here. No, 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 no. Let me in. Perfect. All right. We're gonna fold these nine. I think ace king just folded. Oh, he just calls me. It sucks. I'm just gonna stab into him. He doesn't like to fold, and he knows I'm super aggro and spammy and shit. So it's just like I can't. I'm not gonna be able to get him to fold a six. So we just hope he has like eight. He's calling. I guarantee you he's calling. We would have to go bet shove, I think, to get him to fold a six. Which maybe that's just what we do. Maybe that's exactly what we should do, just bet shove. Especially when we obviously have like six seconds. Six outs to the turn and to the river if he does have a six. So it's a mistake not to. Um I'm just gonna call this, I think. It gets awkward if we three bet that and then he rips it and we're just like stuck in there with his hand. Whereas in this case, if he's like limp slow playing and raises, then it's kind of whatever. Ace three suited, we three bet. Okay, we're just gonna check back on this board. Sometimes we c bet, sometimes we check back, sometimes we call if he donks out. It's such an 83 bet. I'm actually a little surprised. Felt like he was three betting a bit more than that. I guess not. Check back the jacks. The queen four was for checkers. Here, there's gonna be like a ton of hands he's gonna call still that he called with like pre-flop, like a 6-7 sometimes, like a ace six, king six, 4-5 type hand. We're gonna boat up on the river anywhere. Make a set on the river anyways. I think we're just gonna go big here. Here we're just gonna check raise. We block queen jack. We have backdoor clubs and a four ball. Here we'll fold king nine suited. Okay. I think whatever we got six tables up. There's nobody special on them. Actually, that table's a lot better than this table. What? The four bet. Interesting. Or check raise and three bet. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't even know. Don't talk yourself into it, but wouldn't he just call tens and jacks? Wouldn't he just call tens and jacks? It's probably epically spewing, but I really feel like what hand does this? You're in position. I check raise you. You're not like we block queen king's the issue. Yeah, yeah. I guess I fold because I'm gonna be a nit. Every inch of me was screaming to rip that though. I just think, what the fuck do you have? Like, what hand is gonna really three bet me there? People do not three bet pocket tens and jacks there. That's not a thing. They're not gonna do it with ten jack. And I don't know. I think that's a terrible fold for me actually. That's a bluff, right? That's 100% has to be a bluff. I think we should have ripped that. I think we should have ripped that because we had backdoor straight draws, backdoor straight draws, backdoor club draws. We could hit a four, a queen still if he has like ace jack or something retarded, but there's just no way. That's a terrible fold. I think that's a rip it back. I think it's a rip it back versus just like calling because he's gonna have a shit ton of equity. Like if he did have like even Queen King, like it just makes no sense. He has two random cards there. I guarantee fucking see it. Doesn't make any sense for him to have like Queen King 8 9 there, right? Maybe Queen King 8 9, but it's just like you're just blowing all your equity out of the water. We block pocket fours and pocket. It just makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. And there's no flush draw out there, right? If it was like 10 jack of clubs, then I would be less convinced that it was full of shit. And I'm too nitty to shove there. That's like 100% like a re-rip in his face, I think. And that was a mistake not to do it, in my opinion, right? Like the line makes no sense for value. I could be wrong. Like he could have just had pocket jacks or something. But again, well, you know, what are you afraid of? Like if I like your net, it just doesn't make any sense because if I have pocket fours, like on the turn is one thing, but on the flop, like come on, it makes no sense. Even if a queen comes and nine comes, like I'm still stacking fours. You know, hmm. Kind of annoyed that I folded there. Kings, we raise it. Jack five, we fold. Ace eight, we fold. Oh, look at this. We got some action with a premium. Um, that's a little unfortunate. I mean, we block queen king. Like, yes, so what does he have to have? He folds. Okay, good. That's good outcome. The ace jack. I wonder if God, I would love to see his hand there. Sorry, a little unfocused here for a minute. Fold queen deuce, fold 10-3, fold the ace 3. Fold the ace, a deuce. The 8-7, we're just gonna fold. Why am I completing in the small blind on autopilot? Something crazy is happening here. That needs to stop. Guess we just check down now. After limping in queen jack. So queen jack versus an open limp in the small blind is a 100% ISO raise. So do not autopilot that into a fold. I think this is like a low frequency 3-bet, so we're trying to take all the spots so we can power aggression in these spots. I think it's 10 bigs, like, okay. This guy, what is this guy's issue with the 3-bets here? 4-bets, cold 4-bets, 3-bets, etc. He's only on one table too. What's that all about? Must just have a hand, or is he? What's he playing? He's playing some. He's playing some 100, and then one table down here. He's two suited. Bump that up. King 7 fold. King 3 fold. We will fold the Queen 10 as well. All right. We're going to 4-bet this time. If he rips it in, we fold. I just thinks we're like overfolding the 3-bets. Okay, that's a good board for us. Or sorry, it's a terrible board for us, but it's really good for our hands. So we're gonna bet that. And being this deep, um, I don't think there's any reason that we need to raise 3-bet here. I think calling is a very good option. Okay, goes big. It's fine. We're chasing a lot of equity here. So we're just going to call. Position. We could have opportunities like on the flop. Have to just call. And unfortunately, we just like work off here, which sucks. I am going to value bet the eights here now against like ace king, ace queen, king queen. Yeah, I just think there's not really. I mean, we block ace 5, but when he's going this big, what was it? Okay, I'm just gonna put, Oh, for God's sakes, just double fucked up there. We did need bet turn. Yeah, now we're stuck calling somebody who might have a jack here a lot of the time. Yeah, super annoying. Maybe the jack nine suited. And we get four bet again. Yeah, taking that turn for the worst here. Okay, jack two suited. Fold. Sometimes. Okay, king nine fold. We are three betting ace. It's the wrong two numbers. Three betting ace jack. This board, I think we go half pot because the flush draws out there. Otherwise, we could just be small. Sure. Okay, calls. Could be a spot where we just can turn our hand into a bluff. The ace and the jack out there. As a three, pre-flop three better. And given his stack size, he just doesn't have a ton of strong hands. Unfortunately, like ace jack and ace queen are going to be in his range, so they would just have to give it at this point. Just let that go. Okay. 9-8 suited, we raise. Pocket sevens, we're going to raise. Sevens, set mine here. Fold the 9-3, fold the queen deuce. They're just gonna value bet now once he checks. We have to call the sevens here. Okay, another ace rolls off. Okay, we're gonna value bet over here. Okay. I don't think people hand read all that well. Tempted between like turning my hand into a bluff here and just calling because we're still ahead of a lot. It's a pretty weak bet. Issue is, I think I probably just going to check here. I think it's gonna say, fuck, he hit that queen. Okay, fold to 10-5. He's been shown to be pretty sticky. He convinced himself that like I should have raised turn with an ace, which I don't think that I ever really should. But again, it's fine. Two correct calls, three correct calls. And the river hits for him. That is okay. Again, low frequency three bets. We're trying to do. We're trying to up our three bet aggression, so we are going to be taking all of those low frequency three bets uh, and running with them. Fold the four deuce. Okay, we're gonna fold the queen five. Okay. E7 off. We are raising that as well. We're gonna fold the 10-3. Fold the jack five. Fold the queen five. King seven suited's a bit loose. Fine with raising that. With a pair, we're just gonna see that here. Yeah. Queen's good for our range. We're just gonna double barrel it. I'm necess- not necessarily sold on just calling here. We have all the better aces and stuff. I think it's I don't know. I think if he has an ace though, he's obviously not gonna call here. We're gonna have to get like pretty aggressive on the river and hope he folds. If the flush draw misses, he might not even fold an ace. At least not very often. Here are two overcards and the queen of spades. I think betting's probably fine. Full pot will just fold to that. We are gonna barrel here again. Interesting. I wonder if we hit the queen. I don't think we get all that much to fold though with a bet. We did have ace three. Yeah. Okay. I guess they're leaning back towards aggression more, I think. It's probably like equal EV there. Because there's no guarantee he's going to fold that ace if we get aggressive. Like if the hearts miss, we were to raise that bet on the turn. Like there's no guarantees folding that river, right? So he calls the three king nine's a raise. That's a mistake. We're just gonna make a lot of stabs against kind of nitty fish too. We're gonna double barrel any deuce, any four, any five, any ace, and any diamond. We'll decide on a king. We'll throw it a three bet this time with the ace five offsuit. And again, just like fishy players, we're just gonna do lots of stabbing. I don't think we have to worry about like over c betting and protecting our checking range out of position and shit against like fish, right? So we're just gonna do like lots of stabbing because they just play third fold for the most part. So they miss that flop. And like there's not a lot that's gonna hit, right? So like queen 5-5, so they're just gonna fold a 10. Fold a 9-4. King 10 against the limp. We will raise it. We're gonna three bet the ace three suited. We'll fold the ace 10. Hey, aces versus jacks. That's all fine and dandy. Okay, so we limp calls. There can definitely be some queens in that range. Now there's ace out there. It's good for us. We're gonna put that as well. Okay. I don't think we have to go. If like given stack sizes, we can probably just go smaller. Ace are suited. We raise. We're just gonna check back here. He checks. I think now like we just have to go double barrel. Yeah, okay. He knows like we've called down enough of the time where we've checked flop to him to three bet pot with a pair, and then he's gone bet. We've just called down. Uh, so I think to him our check back range is going to be pretty strong. So I think we can get a lot of like delayed c bet folds, I guess specifically against him. And I'm just going to stab here, 10 high. We're just not going to win enough. He's obviously shown no interest in the pot, and now the ace rolls off, which it's not the best card because he might just like commit talk himself into calling with a jack or something now, right? Or like fucking pocket twos, whatever. All right, so we get three bets again. People are too nitty with their three bets, so like we just got to attack them with strength. Like we have aces, we're not gonna flat a three bet in a position with aces against somebody who has a 4% three bet. He probably has queens, kings, ace king, maybe pocket jacks or something, right? So the money's just like going in so often here. Um, this board, we're just gonna go small, call a shove. He just gives up. It's fine. Probably had ace king, to be honest, or jacks, and he's gonna stack if there's no overcards, and that was that. Okay, we're gonna come in with I probably don't need to go that big. 13-5, just a squeeze here. Obviously, if E2FG four bets us again, we are not folding to him. Does cold call. Okay. This board, we do a lot of checking. We're going to check it. Okay, he calls. Now we're just gonna go bet. Ooh. I don't think he like is gonna have pocket nines enough to worry about this. I think we just try to stack a queen. He just folds, that's fine. Ooh, that's interesting. Is this too nitty to just fold? Like this guy three bets 4% of the time, never bluffing in giant caps lock. 2% here, like he's not bluffing. Like I just don't know how nitty solver gets. I know it gets super nitty. Like this might just be a fold because it'd be a giant net. Especially when this guy calls. Like that just makes it even less likely. Like this guy calling, this guy's gonna assume he's got tens of jacks for sure. I think I just fold. I just think people are too nitty. This guy's 4% here, 2% over here. Like he doesn't three bet light. Hopefully I don't eat my words here if he gets to show it down. Like my assumption is he has ace king, kings or aces, right? Like that's just gonna be his range. With like if your three bet's only 2 or 4%, your four bet range is gonna be even fucking tighter than that, right? Like nuts or nothing kind of thing. So scary board for fucking aces though. But again, like this is like bet, three bet, call, four bet, fold, call. He's not gonna have fucking pocket fives or sevens or something or 8-9 suited like ever. I'm just gonna stab small here with the king queen. Three players in and they're both fish. Again, I don't need GTO sizing. We'll just go small and like win the pot a ton. And I like to go small here because we can just double barrel. Ace jack suited. Wow, I'm a terrible person. That's fucking awful. I better make note of that. Four bet, ace jack suited. Okay. So if we rip that, we would have won. Good to know, though. Maybe I'm just a nit. Maybe I'm just a nit. And perhaps that's way too nitty. To the beat of the drums. Hold 7-5. Okay, the 8-5 is a fold. We deuce fold. Okay, we'll just let the ace jack go. Okay, we're gonna bump jack 5 fold. Sixes. You guys are following the stream, make sure you leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Helps out the channel big time, helps the video get noticed and all that good stuff. Still trying to figure out, I gotta get a better computer to actually be able to stream to Twitch and YouTube all at one time. Kind of get I need a better screen monitor too, so I can get the camera up as well, the majority of it. I guess I'll just fold the two calls and third pair. Probably fine. Fold a check raise or something, just try to get them off of it. Okay, the king 7. So this guy proves that he's going to 3-bet, I think. Threes will just fold. I think we're fine. It just opened pretty wide. You know, for a Saturday night, the tables are kind of striped. This looks a little better. Let's just go funds. Okay, I fold the 10-5, 8-9 fold. King 7 off, we're just going to let it go. 7-8-6, 10-5. And then we can just defend the king jack. So if I had like king queen diamonds, I would be just taking like the check call line all the way down. Kind of destroys my plan. Interesting. Guess we'll go for the check call. He's gonna be forced to bluff anything that's like not a 10, an ace. Better. And we are going to we're gonna 4-bet call here with the ace king. Yeah, we're just gonna call with the king high now. Yeah, it's fine. We have to call the rip. Hopefully it's not aces. Queens. Okay, run twice. Flew at least chop it up. Okay, queen ball. Queen. No, okay. Go there. Oh, looks like we're losing the flip. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, chop it up. We'll take that. Maybe I am in net not getting it in with queens over here. I don't know. Guy's just so nitty. 3-4% three bet, but you are four betting ace jack suited. Like, I don't know what to think. Okay, we'll fold the 9-6. I think this is fine. Like, we have. Uh, yeah, I think that's fine. Like, he's forced to bet everything, right? Like, it's the whole point of us checking the king highs. He's forced to bet like any pair that he has or that he just like c bet with, which will be quite a bit, I think. So I think that's fine in reality. Okay, we're gonna fold queen deuce. Fold the 8-7. Fold 10-3. King deuce, we will raise. We will fold the 6 deuce. 10-6 fold, 5-3 fold. Raise the queen jack suited. Probably isn't three bet enough for us to four bet too often. The ace-10 we can raise. The 9-6 we can fold. Okay, the ace-queen we're gonna raise. 5-3 we fold. Okay, kings we raise. Jack nine deuce. I'm just gonna go half pot. I'm not sure what sizing we'd want to use there, but I think half pot's safe. Okay. How about an ace on the turn? Double barreling the king there, 100%, pretty much. Everyone's just over folding. Try squeeze here. I don't mind just calling either. I think I'm probably calling a little too wide of the big blind. Okay, we have to call kings. I feel like I'm getting bluffed. What is happening? Whatever. It is hard to get ahead when the premiums are not working for you. Okay. Raise the deuces. Okay, we're gonna three bet the pocket aces. Tables are terrible. for a Friday night. 8-5 suited, we are raising. 7-5 suited, folding. Guess we'll just check down the eights. Okay, we're not gonna fold to a min bet. Probably just lose to 6x or something, or win to beat 6x. I think with the king jack, I can just like get more value by checking and then either call or bet. Then I will get out of the bet line. So we just call, and then when he bets river, we just call again. Okay, we'll just bet. Jack off, we're gonna raise. Checks back. And we're gonna bet the king. No action. Ace queen suited, we're gonna bump up. 10-5, 10 deuce. K10s are a raise. Fold here. Fold 6 deuce, fold to 5-3. King 3 suited, we are going to raise. Oh, that was so nice to get it in with aces. What a dream. Oops. Misclicked queen 4 suited. Okay, flop a gut shot in the back door. Okay, I'm just gonna fold to an overbet. Not worth the call. Be drawing to a chop half the time. King jack we will raise though. Marcel. I guess we just call. Gonna call and donk lead and then just give up if he does anything else. Such a small 3-bet, it's like super strange. Yeah, it's fine. It's probably fucking aces. I don't even know. He's kind of like priced in to call, I think. King 5 suited, we raised. He calls. Ace queen, we 3-bet. Okay, so he didn't 3-bet his pre, so he doesn't have like pocket jacks or anything very often. We are going to continue barreling on the jack, just makes it less likely he has it. And we did, obviously, we have the king high flush draw to back up with. He does call. And we're just going to have to check here. Hmm. We're going to take the same line here. Yeah. Well, for NL50, the tables are getting pretty shitty, so give me a break. Our plan was to bet, check, call, copy the same line we just folded to up here. Now, so much of his range was like chasing a club. Like a 5x with the club, this X with the club, that X with the club, and then just kind of getting there. Okay. Ace jack suited, just defend 3-bet. Fold here. Okay. I think in position we can just call here. I think in position there's not really much value to do anything else. At a position you can just like check raise, get it in. In position, I think calling's good. Okay. Then he checks to us. I think we have too much equity to bet here. Because I think, given that he 3-bet pre, he could definitely have like sets and stuff that are going for a check raise, at least a good portion of the time. Um, I think I'd rather just take my equity and try to catch something one time. We do not, so I think I have to bet though, right? I don't even know these nits 3-bet. I don't want to do anything half the time. Like I'd probably just call the ace king, fold, like. Ay, ay, ay. That's gonna be a straight drop in the EV. Hold the 10-6, hold the 10-3. Just like when they're 3-betting so little, like I don't even know. Can't 4-bet shove ace king profitably there, right? Just makes no sense. I don't know. Maybe that's just too nitty. Maybe we do just get ace king in there. I don't know. It's like a cold 4-bet. It could be spewing it. It's not really tracking three like 4-bets or anything. But anyways, I think we're probably. Oh my lord, can I hit some? We're probably just going to be bringing this session um, to an end here. The tables are just kind of. There's some. The tables are just kind of short. It's just breaking off here. Okay, we check to I'm just gonna check again. Well, at the very least, we're probably gonna take a break here. We'll leave. We're gonna leave this table. There's some action on this table. And we're gonna leave this table. And then we're gonna take a break here in a minute. Oops. Okay, we're gonna rebet the a6 suited. 4-bets, we're just gonna fold. Okay, just let it go. Okay, the fours. Fours we raised. close with the rake, right? This guy three bets. We will call. He's got 9% there, 5% here, so he's not even at these tables. Uh, yeah, we're just gonna bet here. Over bet, 3/4 pot, whatever. Plus, okay, we're into the tank. So we got check raise. We're just folding. It's fine. Calls. Not sure what the tank's all about. So he's gonna call a bunch of hands on that flop out of the big blind. Calls again. So he called relatively quickly there, and then he kind of thinks and checks here. I'm just gonna give up. I think he has a king too often. Does have queen 10. Maybe you gotta start bluffing the rivers more often. People seem to be really calling their like second pairs a lot. Okay, we are gonna take a break. I will be right back. Okay, guys, think we're just going to end the stream there for tonight. Good 2 hours. I'd like to play more, but the tables are just trash for NL50. So, uh, not trash in like the sense they're horrifically bad, but like it's all a bunch of regs, right? So it's just as bad as a bunch of them are. It's feel hard to like squeeze value out of regs because they know enough, what they're doing. So it looks like NL50 has the worst tables right now. There's one good table. Okay, there's one good table. Let's just see what we got going on. There's another good. I have this table though. Guess there's a couple good tables like fuck 50 cent. 50 cent a dollar. NL100's got a bunch of fish all over the place. Even NL200's got a bunch of fish all over the place. Right now, NL50 is looking like the hardest stake. It's kind of funny. But we might stick around, play some slow tables or something. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you're catching it afterwards, we're trying to focus on volume. We're up to about 50K hands now this month, shooting for 70. So yeah, hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and we will continue pumping out the streams and try to get more shorts out here shortly and some videos and all that good stuff.